Fala galera do YouTube, aqui quem fala é Renato Lombardi. Estamos aqui no New Nerd com mais um vídeo de Genshin Impact para vocês. Hoje a gente tem um conteúdo muito especial. A gente vai falar um pouquinho de lore do Genshin Impact e vamos fazer a quest lendária do Venti junto. Uma quest muito bonita. Espero que vocês gostem desse conteúdo. Se vocês gostarem, deixe seu like e deixe seu comentário com seu feedback. Nos ajude a fazer um conteúdo mais legal para vocês aqui no canal. Muito obrigado e curte aí nosso gameplay. Vou começar pela missão então do Venti, que dizem que é muito bonita, eu ainda não conheço, né? Então vai ser um react aqui. Dessa missão o que eu já vi foi uma menina brincando com um amigo imaginário lá em cima, né? Esse vídeo vai ser um pouquinho diferente, porque a gente vai falar um pouquinho de lore aqui também, né? A gente vai contar um pouco da história do personagem, então vai ter um pouco de spoiler, né? Então, só para avisar, esse vídeo tem spoiler. Então vamos lá, vamos continuar. Vamos encontrar com a Flora aqui, vamos ver o que vai dar nessa missão.
There it is! Behold, a floaty imaginary friend for floaty-headed Flora! A bloaty floaty!
Olha só.
Wait, imaginary friends can be plants now? I only found out this plant existed from an explorer who told me stories of his adventures. I think his name was Stanley.
Não, conheço isso.
Stanley's an adventurer. And you can tell he's an expert at it from the stories he tells. The amazing adventures of Stanley are super famous in Mondstadt. He's in the city at the moment. You should go ask him to tell you some of his stories.
That sounds like a fun idea for next time. But right now we have other things to...
People just stop dreaming when they grow up? Okay, well, Paimon for one.
This raises an interesting question. At what age exactly do people's imaginary friends disappear? Let's go and check.
Boa pergunta. Quem diria amigo imaginário da Ellie? A Jean.
Jean? What is Jean doing here? Is Master Jean Ellen's imaginary friend?
Ela está realmente determinada.
Yeah, she's so conscientious. It's terrifying. Huh? Oh, hello. What are you guys doing? Oh, thank you. It's clear I still have a long way to go in my training. Thanks. Shoot, I got so caught up here I forgot there's something I was supposed to do. Ugh, but I'm so sore from training. I can hardly move. Honorary knight. Could you deliver a message to Jack for me? He's gone adventuring at the Temple of the Lion with Stanley today.
Opa, a gente agora vai no templo aqui para fazer essa parte da aventura aqui, que chama Vento do Sul e Aventura. Gelo é legal.
Hey, are those guys?
Eita, quase dancei aqui. Aproveitar para melhorar aqui então.
It was nothing that Stanley.
Whoa, you are Stanley? You were that legendary
Aventureiro legendário. Esse eu não
renowned in
conhecia
all
ainda.
of Mondstadt, who once set foot in the Mare Javari?
Que uma vez pôs o pé no Mare Javari.
The very same.
I must say, it's an honor to meet one as legendary. Well then, how would everyone like to proceed? Head back or head further inside?
Well, I think you're now in the safe hands of Stanley, the great explorer and legend of mine. In which case, why head back now?
Okay, motion passed by unanimous consent. Let's head further in.
Legal, vamos continuar explorando aqui.
Traveler, I believe I've made a small discovery. Could I ask you to use the Nernama detector once more?
Olha só que interessante.
What? Stanley has an imaginary friend?
It seems his imaginary friend is a seasoned warrior, covered in scars from head to foot, and a look of staunch determination on his face. You're saying his imaginary friend is an idealized version of his own self?
Olha só.
Interesting idea, but is it true?
Please excuse me. I'll be leaving now.
Bye, Stanley. Days ago, Stanley got drunk and told me a secret. Something he's never told anyone. The weapons he took on his adventure all those years ago. They were none other than those once wielded by Mondstadt's greatest hero, Vanessa herself. The sword of brilliant valor and the shield of magnificent honor. I don't know whether you believe me, but apparently, both the sword and shield are still right here in Mondstadt, over in Dadaupa Gorge.
Dadaupa.
Since you guys are the experts at this, can you come with me to try and retrieve these two legendary weapons?
Ih, tá ouvindo o estado. Vamos lá então pro Vale do Dadaupa, onde tem o cemitério de espadas, né? Pra procurar então as armas do Stanley.
Hey, that bunch of hilly churls. Are they holding some kind of ceremony? And what's with that
Seems so. That must be the sword of brilliant valor, surely.
Got lucky that time.
Lo and behold, the sword of brilliant valor.
Are you sure? Looks kind of basic to Paimon, and a little worse for wear. Why would hilly churls be bowing down before a piece of junk like this?
Seems somebody tossed an old sword into a pile of spoils these hilly trolls were already celebrating.
This is in terrible shape, and it's so basic,
Say, Jack, have you ever seen an anemo crystal fly? They're found in the open country around Mondstadt. If you saw one in broad daylight, you wouldn't bat an eyelid. But in the pitch blackness of night, its brilliant glow is mesmerizing. It truly resembles an exquisite crystal dancing in the night air. Is valor not the same? When everything is going your way, it seems meaningless, fades into the background. But when you're in dire straits, valor is the thing that gets you fired up and fighting back. It's the brilliant ray of light that guides you out from the darkness.
You're right. You're right. Then this has to be it. This is the sword of brilliant valor.
Não é visível, né?
So, we got our sword. Now let's scout around. It's definitely in Dadaupa Gorge, so... Huh?
Bora procurar os... Opa.
There's somebody there.
Ó, correu.
Stanley? What?
He's acting so weird.
What happened? Why did you stop all of a sudden?
Huh? Oh, it's nothing. Just one of those Mora-spouting weasel thieves.
What? Where?
Maybe another time. We have a shield to find.
Bora procurar o escudo. Vamos ver se os senhores sabem de alguma coisa. Era aqui mesmo. Ó, o escudo.
Lo and behold, the shield of magnificent honor.
O escudo de madeira básico.
Your pants on fire. It's a chunk of wood.
Liar.
A chunk of scrap wood with the handle attached. Who in their right mind would use this as a shield?
There's also wine stains on it. Yeah, I'm pretty sure this was just taken from a wine barrel.
And yet, my bard's intuition tells me that this is none other than the Shield of Magnificent Honor. Warriors wear their battle scars with pride, and shields are no different. Surely an intact shield is one that has shied away from the battlefield. Is not the broken and splintered shield, though the soldier's body be tired and torn, still they fight till the very end, till they have no blood left to bleed. Such magnificent strength of will. Is that not the true meaning of honor?
Bien bidan.
Hey! He dropped the Shield of Magnificent Honor and ran!
Guys, thank you so much. I can't believe I actually found them. Mom, Dad, check out the legendary weapons I found.
What are you doing here, Stanley? Out for a stroll?
Hey, what are you doing here, Bard? Fancy that, huh?
Oh, that's right. An after-dinner stroll, to be precise. We were also helping a friend look for something.
Paimon's starting to think Stanley might be a fraud.
Someone who can't let go of the past and gives up on the present instead. I wonder if such a person was forced to take their first step towards the future. Which way would...
What are you talking about?
I'm just musing to my... Anyway, I propose we take a trip to Angel's Share tonight.
Presente dos anjos? Bom, então a gente, recapitulando, viu os amigos imaginários, viu que o Stanley tem um amigo imaginário que é uma cópia dele mais parrudo, né? Com todas as cicatrizes de um aventureiro como ele se enxerga, né? A gente ajudou o Jack aqui a encontrar os materiais que o próprio Stanley colocou aqui para não desmotivar, né? Não decepcionar o aprendiz. E agora vamos ver o que o Venti vai aprontar pra gente. Vamos lá. Ih, parece que o Stanley encheu a cara de novo.
Tell me, Stan. Tell me, what should I do?
Huh? Why does he keep repeating his own name?
Surely not. Even I've never heard tell of a second Stanley.
Oh, Stanley. It should have been me. I should have been the one to die in the Meljabari that day. Why won't your spirit come and stop me from using your name? Why? Why?
Nossa.
If only you hadn't had to save a rookie like me, you would have never died in that windless corner of the world. You were a renowned adventurer, destined to become a legend one day. But now, that'll never happen, because your life...
Does anyone get what's going on here?
I think our friend really did make it to the Meljabari. And I think the tragedy he encountered there was real too. But the real adventurer, the real Stanley, the real Stanley is the one who died to save our Stanley.
Stanley, for so many years I've lived in fear. Fear that Mondstadt will forget all about you.
Que
So I
bonito.
tell you adventure stories that every Mondstadt must remember. Stanley reached the center of the Meljabari. He's the greatest adventurer there ever was. Stanley will never die, because I am Stanley. I am Stanley. Just a weary old feckless fraud. But that kid is a brand new shining star, full of potential. I cannot allow...
You're not a total fraud. Stanley's adventure stories and experiences.
Stories? Experiences? What's the point of them anymore? To be honest, my memories of adventuring and of Stanley, they're hazy these days.
Claro.
That's my biggest secret of all, and my biggest fear. All these years, I've been living to tell his story. But his personality and the details of his life. But the one thing I can never forget is that he died in a windless land, where his spirit can never be recovered.
Exactly. Even in his memory, the real Stanley isn't the living, breathing friend he knew at all. Instead, he's become fixed on the image of him as that battle-scarred warrior. And that image has held him captive his entire life.
I'm too old. I never let go. But still, so much. I'm completely... No adventurer should have to go that way. No adventurer ever.
Hans Archibald.
Coitado do Stanley. Haas.
My true name? How did you know?
Meu Deus.
The wind. I can hear the wind blowing in the Mare Javari. I always believed you existed.
Will you hand me your old friend's spirit?
Oh, Stanley de verdade.
I can't believe it. Thank you all. And thank you, Lord Barbados. I'm sorry. It's gonna take me some time to calm back down, but I think that...
I'll head off to fetch the wine. See you shortly. Let's meet at the usual place.
Huh? Where's that supposed to be? Why has Paimon never heard of it? Hey, Tone Deaf Bard! Oh, hey!
You made it. Finally.
Just tell us where you meet next time, okay? We looked everywhere.
Não é verdade.
So, did you at least
Yep. Well, sort of. Jack made it out to be a rare collector's edition vintage, when actually it's just a half bottle of regular cider. This takes me back.
A espada e o escudo também não era verdade, então tá certo.
The first time I saw this view, I hadn't even taken on this form yet. It was about 2,600 years ago, before the world had come under the rule of the Seven. At that time, old Mondstadt was ruled by a tyrant, who sealed off the city's perimeter with a ferocious hurricane. Even the birds couldn't get in or out.
Olha só.
Old Mondstadt? Oh, Paimon remembers! Nowadays it's known as Storm Terror's lair, right?
That's right. The tyrant of the winds who once ruled from that tower was Decarabian, god of storms. Back then, I was but a wisp among the thousand winds. I wasn't a god of anything. I didn't even have a human form. I was just a tiny elemental being who lived in the wind. A gentle breeze bringing subtle changes for the better.
A tiny elemental being? Without a human form? Venti, do you...
Yep. My current form is not so different from the situation with fake Stanley. I took the form of a friend.
Olha só.
In old Mondstadt transpired the story to be told. Where a tyrant ruled, I met a boy not that old. The lyre he played, and for a song he sought. But storm walls blocked blue sky, he was sincerely distraught. I do so wish to see the birds in flight, said he, his strong eyes filling with light. But his voice was lost in the howling wind's churn, for the whirlwind takes and gives not in return. The true sky and songs that cageless soar, were they not wishes worth fighting for? So the boy turned, extending his hand. Let us cast down the tyrant and his walls from this land. The young boy raised then the flag of revolt, and I threw myself into freedom's tumult. Victorious were we who fought to be free. Gods fell, winds whipped, nations shook violently. In the smoke, a despot met his doom. And we watched as his great tower fell none too soon. Mondstadt began anew, the story passed down. and since then never has another worn its crown.
So then what? What happened to your friend?
Ele morreu, Paimon.
You know, you're so smart it almost makes me uncomfortable sometimes. But then, a refreshing drink, a gentle breeze, moments back to a song that I first heard from him. Fly, fly away.
Fly, fly
Like a
away.
bird in the sky. See the world on my behalf. To the heavens may you fly.
É isso, pessoal. Esse foi o vídeo de hoje. Uma missão especial do Venti. Espero que vocês tenham gostado. Uma missão um pouco de um vídeo um pouquinho diferente, né? Mas bem emocionante, né? Aí você percebe que não é só um joguinho, né? Ele tem uma profundidade muito legal. Espero que vocês tenham gostado. Se vocês gostaram, deixe seu like, compartilhe com seus amigos e deixe seu comentário com feedback. Se vocês querem mais vídeos desses, querem ver as demais missões especiais. Só para fechar, fica uma dica. Eu vou colocar na descrição desse vídeo. No site oficial da Mihoyo tem os mangás do Genshin Impact. Estão todos em português e são muito interessantes, tá? Fica a dica aí para vocês. Muito obrigado, até o próximo vídeo. Tchau!